the welcome sign with a leaf. So basically you have three parts. You have the wood back, you have the welcome, and the leaf. So I'm going to keep mine relatively simple. You could do whatever colors you'd like. I gave you a whole selection. I'm going to keep my back white. I'm going to do my letters black, and then my leaf I'm going to do a mixture of fall colors. I'm going to do like yellow and red and maybe a little brown as well. But you could do a brown back, you could do like use gold somewhere too. We might use a little gold on the leaf. So I'm going to start by painting the wood back. So it's just a circle, and you guys are going to put 2 coats of paint on it, whatever color you choose. You're going to use your larger brush, but make sure there's holes on the top for a wire to hang the sign. So just make sure when you paint you don't clog up those holes. So you might need to use your little brush to just poke through those holes. So I'm going to put 2 coats on this, and then we will paint everything else. Coats on my round back, and now we are going to paint our leaf and our welcome. Now you could have as much fun as you'd like with these as well. I'm going to do my leaf first, and I'm just going to, I didn't even wash my brush after my white, and I'm just going to add some yellow. I'm going to do like half of it yellow right now. I'm not really going to worry about the edges. I'm going to paint them a little bit. So I have some yellow on it. Not even going to wash my brush. I'm going to take some red. I'm going to do the other half red. So now I'm going to wash my brush. So I have half of it yellow and half of it red. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to wash and dry my brush. I'm going to take some yellow and just calm down that red a bit, make some orange. Just trying to make this as fall as possible. That's some orange. I'm going to take some brown, put some brown towards the back of the leaf. So I have a lot of fall colors in one leaf. And if you feel like it's too red or too orange, you could go back with some yellow. I'm going to add actually a little more orange. You kind of keep on layering colors, and while the paint is still wet, you could like all blend them. After we paint this, we're going to let it dry a little bit, and then I'm going to put some gold detail on it as well. I'll put a little more yellow back here. So then I have my little fall leaf. I like that right now. So then I'm going to wash out my brush, and I'm just going to paint my welcome. I'm going to keep it simple and just paint it black. I'm going to use my big brush to paint it, but I'm going to have my little brush handy just to get into all the little crevices and clear out the paint. Because if your paint gets stuck in like some of the corners of the letters, your paint will never dry. If you look after one coat, you kind of miss some spots, so I always like to do 2 coats. So I'm going to let this dry for like 30 seconds and then go back and do my second coat. small brush, and I'm gonna get into all those little crevices. Try and clear them out of paint. All right, that looks good. So after I use this black, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wash my brushes really well. I'm actually gonna get new water. So then when we come back, we have a fresh brush and we're gonna add some gold details. I'm gonna add some to my leaf as well as my white background. All right, so I cleaned out my brushes. I have clean water and I have my big brush and my little brush and my gold paint. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add a little gold accents to the leaf and our background. So for the leaf, all I'm gonna do is with this gold, I'm just gonna go around the edges and just add a little gold to the edge. Now the gold doesn't look very metallic until it dries, and then it gives it like a little metallic shine. So I'm just gonna add a little gold to my edge. So once again, I have some gold on my leaf. So my leaf and my welcome are finished. I'm gonna put that aside, and I'm gonna find my board. So for my board, it's still drying a little bit, but all I'm gonna do is I am just gonna add some dry brushes of gold. So I have my brush, it's pretty dry, I just put a little paint on it though. And all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add some gold streaks throughout my white background. And the great thing with this is if you feel like you have too much gold, then you just put a little white on top of it. I start with the edges and I'm gonna go all the way through and just add some gold streaks to my background. So I finish all my gold streaks. I'm gonna wait for everything to dry, like 10 to 15 minutes. And when everything's dry, we're gonna come back with some glue. You need any like white glue or any glue that dries clear. We're gonna come back with some glue and the wire, and we're gonna put together our sign. So we are ready to put our welcome sign together. So what I like to do is, the first thing you should do is you should lay out what your design. I am going to put my welcome in the middle, sort of. And I'm gonna put the leaf right below it. But you could put the leaf on the top and put the welcome lower. You could put the leaf on the bottom. You could kind of play around, see what you like. I like the leaf right underneath the welcome. So then once you have your layout, you're just going to take your glue and you're just going to put glue on the back. So I put some glue on the back of my leaf and I'm just going to set that down. You don't have to be that delicate with the glue on the leaf, but on the welcome, you need to be a little bit delicate. So I like to put, in the thicker parts, I like to put some glue. I'm gonna put glue all along it. And a little glue goes a long way on this. And then if you have a paper towel or a piece of paper, what I like to do is I like to just, to the side, I'll put my welcome down on the piece of paper or the glue. That takes off some of the excess glue. And then you could lay it on your board, and hopefully you won't have like glue seeping from the edges. So once it's dry, you could use that wire that was in your kit and you just put it through the 2 top holes, and it'll be a nice welcome sign for your home. So I hope you guys had fun, and I'll see you soon.